Okay.
Fix it, put it in water. Didn't do it right. Ready? All right, folks. All right, okay. This is Mike Uzina here, and weather's been beautiful here in St. Augustine, Florida. Norton Magic handmade cast nets, and I've been working on this, making a 10-foot, 3/4 inch mesh mullet net for a guy up in somewhere over around Tampa, Florida, over on the west coast from us. But anyway, what I want to do today is, in the past, I've mentioned a lot about, what it takes to make one of these things, but I've never really gotten into the actual cost. So that's what I thought I'd do today, to give you some kind of idea, and it's an estimate. Now, it's going to depend on where you get the stuff from. It's going to vary greatly because, believe it or not, I mean, there is a big price difference out there between people that supply this stuff. But anyway, that's going to be your call on that. And I've get questions occasionally, how long does it take me to make a net? And that varies, depends on what size mesh you use and how big you're going to make it and what kind of a mood you're in. A lot of things that enter into it, how fast you want to do it. Normally a 7-foot mullet net, I don't have any trouble making one in 30 hours. But very few calls for a 7-foot net anymore. Basically, it's been 9 and 10 foot mullet nets, and I am going into shrimp nets because that's don't make as many, and it takes definitely, you can add about a third of time on a shrimp net. But let's just go into the mullet net. Now it takes me probably, in an estimate, probably looking to hand knit. That's tie every knot in this thing. Now that's no panels and no seams and nothing to sew together. That is a continuous circle. To hand knit a 10-foot mullet, and I'm looking at probably roughly 74 hours. That's the time that I came up with from start to finish, the knitting of it. Then you're gonna fill it on, make the sinkers, and you probably to mold. To make the sinkers and clean them, you're probably looking at 4 hours. Sew them on, you're looking on the actual, put them on the net. You got to put them on the net, on your foot line, and sew them on the net. You're probably looking at another 4 hours. Then the hand line, preparing the hand line and putting the tucks in the net, you're looking at another 3 hours, I would say. So we're looking at probably a time of around 85 hours. That's when I tie that first knot till it's ready to go fishing. Probably about right. Now, material cost. That's another big thing. This is going to depend a lot on where, as I said earlier, where you buy your stuff from. And I'm going to give you some figures here, what it would cost you. Let me finish with me. Right now, my cost for material to make a 10-foot net's probably around $160. That's what it cost me. Bear in mind, now, I don't buy the lead. I don't have to buy the lead. I don't have to buy the sinkers. So that is a big help. But now for you, let's go into some figures here. What it's going to cost you if you're going to decide you want to make yourself a 10-foot. And while I'm using, got to figure somewhere. You know, whether I figured it at 5 foot or whether I figured it at 7 or 10 or whatever. Let's stick to the thing. Let's stick to 12 to the 10 foot. 30-pound test Dacron, what we use, 2,500 yard spool, is going to cost you $169. That's from Cortland. I don't know where else there is to buy it, but you're going to pay $169. You're going to have to get. You're going to need. It's going to take you 60 foot of 1/4-inch solid braid nylon rope to put around for your lead line. You need to get 63 feet. You can't. No way you want to buy 60 foot because you're going to come up too short or either too well. If you come up too short, you got a problem. So get 63 feet. You're looking at a price of $28.35. Now to buy the poly, the 3/8, you want to use a good, something that's easy on your hands, a good quality 3/8 poly hand line. You're looking at another $20 for probably 30 feet, I'd say, 35 feet. Now, I should have brought this up earlier. Do not go to West Marine. You're going to get something going to hit you in the back when you walk out the door, and it's going to be your change because they are high. I've told you the story about me paying $27 one time for 27 feet of 3/8 line. I could buy a whole damn 600-yard spool from Memphis Net and Twine for $68, 600 feet. Okay, you want to go to Memphis Net and Twine for. They don't sell Dacron, but if you're going to make a net out of nylon. Now, the prices I'm giving here is on Dacron. I'm not, nylons are much cheaper. Okay, sinkers. I found out if you want, and you want to get good lead, if you want to buy pure lead, you're looking at, here's one price here I come up with somebody, 5 pounds for $12.99. So if you're going to get, you know, you're looking at that's a lot. You can buy the sinkers. The best way to do is buy the sinkers, and most of these are going to be 16 to the pound. Memphis Net, I think you can get them for $4 a pound. So you're looking at a 10-foot net. You're going to need 12 pounds. So you're looking at $55.20. I came up with a figure. I may be a little high on this one. You're probably looking at a cost for you of $275. That's what it's going to cost you to make this net here that I'm making. It's going to cost me, but bear in mind I buy stuff in quantity, so I get a better price, much better price. But for somebody just starting out, it's going to, you know. Now, let's go into. I didn't cover the time yet, did I? Or did I? I covered the time. Okay, I better not do that again. Oh gosh, I think, you know, I already went over that. I don't need to do that again. But anyhow, basically, and I did some other things. There's some. Looked at a couple of different. You can, if you want to go the option of buying a panel net, which 99.9% of the people are doing, are buying these panel net. And I found on a 10-foot panel net, the monofilament, they're running price from $160.99 to $279. That's for a 10-foot panel net, store-bought, whatever you want to call it. That's roughly and something in between. That's just something to throw at you. Anyway, if you're interested in a net from us, be sure that you need to contact me because I make custom nets that you know, I don't know, people want all different types of things. I just finished a net that that I had to lighten it up immensely. So, you know, you gotta cut back on the spacing on your sinkers and stuff like that. So you really need to, and our number here is, area code's 904 217-7974, or you can email me at Minorcan Magic. That's MINORCONMAGIC.com, or Usinamike, USINAMIKE at gmail.com if you want to contact me. I'd like to hear from you. I love the stories. I meet some interesting folks out there, and I enjoy hearing some of the stories. It's amazing that the way people fish in different parts of this country. Not to mention, I mean, gosh, I've been talking with some people like in Kenya, Africa. I mean, it's a world of difference out there. Anyway, I guess I don't need to add anything else to this. It's got a holiday weekend coming up. Y'all get out on that road. Please be safe, and don't take chances. Whatever you do, you want to make sure you get back home safely. Phil, you want to add anything?
No, you covered it.
Covered everything? All right, I guess with that said, I covered the stuff I wanted to cover today, because I've talked about this stuff, but I just never really did anything about it. But anyway, with all of that said, everybody take care of yourself. Love to hear from you. Stay in touch, and take care of yourself.